Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder. And I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem hard.
Touchdown! John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll set up to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield under pressure, and they got to him again. Trey Hendrickson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes punted away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. shifts by him.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason,
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
how many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try.
Something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started.
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard
interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the ball is knocked out. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get
the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield down. Under pressure, they got him again. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
Not more than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Mayfield now from the 50. Well, Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, taking it right down Broadway. And this is taking over in a Cincinnati touchdown.